thing is being broadcast properly. Let's see. Yeah. Testing, testing. All right. We're live. Hello, everybody. Alicia Mayo of Clari-T Media. It's been a minute. I've been busy. So that when I came back live, I would have lots of information for you. So thank you for all of you who are supporting me. Thank you for your support. Thank you for coming and watching me live. Thank you for all that you have done in the past for me. Thank you, thank you, everyone. It's Alicia, CEO and founder of Clari-T Media. Clari-T Media is all about human stories, grassroots solutions, and my journey to retirement. Now, in my opinion, retirement is a journey. It is not a one-time thing where you just, tell your employer you're done with them, you quit, and you're not ever coming back. It's not. That's not retirement, no. And for many, um, while they're quitting one job, they're actually still working at another job. So um, that is a real reality. That's a real truth for many retirees. Um, so I knew that I would have to continue to do some work in some way, even though I am on 2 pensions and I am eligible to start collecting Social Security next year. I knew that I would need to have, you know, as much income as possible because I don't like to ever get caught in a situation where times are hard, where I'm living um, pension to pension payment. I don't plan on living like that. I never plan to live like that. And I don't want to. Like, who wants to live paycheck to paycheck or pension to pension payment? I don't recommend it. It's not the safest approach when you're retired. You don't want to be dependent on something that's not for sure. Okay? Um, but just because you have a pension payment that comes every month doesn't mean that you are where you should be in your retirement. Your retirement must be, funded enough for you to be able to go to the supermarket, buy exactly what you need, all of your favorite foods, and then you need to be able to pay all of your, your utility cost. You need to be able to travel, pay for your transportation. And here, yeah, cars are a lot cheaper here in Jamaica, but I don't recommend owning a car in Jamaica if you don't have to own a car. But I mean, Jamaica's a great place to be and to see. And so you want to get around and go and visit some places, on the island. And so you need a car for that. But there are rental cars available. You don't have to own a car. I don't own a car. I have a scooter that I use. And I use that scooter to get around locally and to some of the other towns not too far from here. But I am definitely not going to be a car owner here in Jamaica. Just a second, you guys. Make sure that you subscribe while you're here because I have 790 subscribers right now. 700. Hi, everybody. Alicia, it's Alicia. Thank you for joining me. I have 790 subscribers. I need 1,000. I need 1,000 subscribers so that I can monetize and then do more. I want to cover more in terms of politics. I want to talk about relationships in Jamaica. And I want to talk about retiring in Jamaica, building a home in Jamaica, buying land in Jamaica. What are the real estate prospects in Jamaica? I want to talk about all of those things. So make sure you give this channel a subscription. And it's free. It won't cost you anything. I'm not asking you to pay for nothing. Just hit the subscribe button. And if you're interested, you can hit the notifications bell. So when I go live, you'll be notified. Okay, so here's the outfit of the day. Let me just show you. So I have this weird neon green dress. It's just a little, little t-shirt dress. Very comfortable t-shirt dress. But I have on my orange bikini underneath. Woohoo! Woohoo! Yeah. Hot girl summer. And this month is neon. I'm an 80s girl, right? So born in 1965, but I grew up in the 80s. So I love 80s neon. And my birthday is at the end of this month. My birthday is coming up on the 27th of August. Can you please give me a subscription for my birthday month? I'll show you my bikini if you give me a subscription, okay? Make sure you give me a subscription. Go on the channel and hit the subscribe button, and I'll show you my bikini. I'm 61 years old, and I love wearing a bikini because I can. I finally lost all of the weight, and I can now wear a bikini. Look at that. Look at that. At 61. Woo, girl. Girl. Wearing a bikini at 61. Who does that? Who does that? I do that. Okay, so let me tell you what my secret is. My secret is clean eating. Sometimes you can cheat. Sometimes I cheat on my meals. Absolutely. Absolutely, I cheat on my meals, but that's because I work out so hard. I do my exercises. I do 100 jumping jacks before bed, and I do push-ups, and I try to work my back arms by doing some presses, like that, because I have flabby arms. My arms get a little flabby, so I have to work the back arm here. And then for my legs, I do squats and jumping jacks, like I said. So I will do the sumo squats, open my legs wide, go down like that, and then 100 jumping jacks like that. And I tighten up my derriere while I'm doing that so that everything is working. The core is working. So you can see it as it works. You keep going, and then the squats help with all of this that's loose in here for me. I am 61, so I also have to be very careful of my knees. I have to be careful of my ankles and my joints when I'm working out. That's something I want all of you to be considerate of when you're working out. Also, I take my blood pressure almost every day, at least twice a week. I take my blood pressure, I check that out, and I make sure I get enough cardio to keep my heart rhythm normal and keep the blood pumping all over my body. And like I said, I just, make sure that I eat right. So those are some of the ways that, I'm taking care of myself. I do have high anxiety. I will admit I'm a very anxious woman. A lot of things make me a little nervous at times. And so I smoke marijuana on occasion to help me with my anxiety. Okay? Now, too much of this can actually cause more problems for you if your physiology is not made for it. So I don't recommend this, but you need to talk to a doctor, talk to your physician about marijuana use or ganja use, because it affects everyone differently, okay? And I'm not going to be the one to tell you to either, use some kind of oil, or smoke the herb, or Or what other forms do they make ganja in, or the oils and stuff? You know, teas, tinctures. I think they call them tinctures. When you drink the tea with the marijuana leaves, that could help. You know, but always check with your doctor. Again, I smoke ganja for anxiety, and if you are prone to depression like I am, you want to be careful not to smoke too much, because ganja can take you down lower than you might already be. Okay? So that's a little bit about that. I've been doing my hair myself lately because I don't want to pay, you know, $800 in a salon for this. So I cut my hair into a little bob. I've been doing it myself. And it's been all right. I'm saving a lot of money. And the reason I need to save the money is because I'm trying to build the house. The house is going to be built, excuse me, the house is going to be built on the land not too far from here. And it's going to be, it might be, part of it might be available for Airbnb. But I'm not too sure about that. I'm not too sure about that because I want to keep my privacy as much as possible. And I don't necessarily want to open up my house to strangers, but maybe to family members and friends. Okay, so keep an eye out if you're interested in coming to stay and spend some time on my property here in Jamaica. You know, I'll be announcing that a little later, so you can come spend some time on the beautiful beach at 7 Mile Beach here in Jamaica. All right, you guys. So I'm going to have a little smoke because I have to go and take care of some business at lunchtime. I'm going to buy some steel to prepare to build my fence outside of my home. So I have to go and do that shortly. So, what are you guys up to today? Huh? What are you guys up to? What are you up to today? Tell me in the comments. Let me read. Cute as hell. Thank you. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate you, love. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, kid. For not too bad for 61 years old. I'll be 61 on the 27th of this month. 61. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. I was born and raised in San Francisco, and it seems like I was just there partying and having a good time in the city by the bay. Yeah, I'm from San Francisco, but I live here in Negril, Jamaica right now. And Negril, Jamaica is just, God, gorgeous. So much better than San Francisco. Way better than San Francisco here in Jamaica, you know. So if I could compare San Francisco or California to Jamaica, I'd say the coastline is not as, well, the coastline is beautiful here like it is in California. The coastline along the Pacific Coast Highway is beautiful. It's beautiful, and it's beautiful here in Jamaica. There's so much to see, and here in Jamaica it looks very tropical when you're traveling along the coast. You're gonna stop and go into the water, and you're gonna stop at every beach, and you're gonna stop at every restaurant along the way here, just like you would in Southern California. Southern California, I think, has more seafood restaurants than Jamaica. I think Jamaica needs more seafood restaurants along the coast. And then, oh, you got to visit Border here in Jamaica. Border is between Westmoreland Parish and St. Elizabeth's Parish. Well, it's right there at the border of Westmoreland and St. Elizabeth. And they sell smoked fish and lobster and bami, which is kind of like this. It's like cassava. It's cassava, like a bread, starch to have with your fish. Really good stuff. Um, I would compare the lifestyle of Jamaica to what? I've really never been anywhere else like it. So I don't know what to compare it to. I can't say that it's better than any place else I've been. I really can't because I haven't been to many places, but I have been enough places. Like I've been to Mexico, Mazatlan. Mazatlan, Mexico was beautiful along the coast. Lots of great food available there. A lot of great people, brown people. I love to be around brown people. I love other people too, but I especially love being around, people with African history. Because I have African history, I like to see other types of African history and other uh, ways that people from African roots live. So that's why I'm here in Jamaica. I mean, um, as a Black American, I am completely different, completely. Um, but I love trying to find the similarities between Jamaica and me. So, what have I seen that's similar? Jamaicans are very creative, just like me. So I do see myself in Jamaicans when I see those very creative Jamaicans. I do see myself, and I see where um, that African ancestry is similar. I can draw the connection there, and then um, I also will say that Jamaicans love to cook. They love to cook. They're not always the best cooks, though. I'm sorry. And some of them might say I'm not the best cook, but I believe I'm a damn good cook. So good that um, I've been able to make a few um, kind of American style dishes here using a lot of the Jamaican ingredients to create something very Black American slash Jamaican, and my Jamaican friends love it. For example, I make a dessert using plantain, peanut butter, and guava jelly. That's more like peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And so I fry the plantain to taste like bread, gooey, chewy bread, and then I put the peanut butter and the jelly on that. They really love that. I make pumpkin pie with fresh pumpkin, and a lot of Jamaicans eat pumpkin just by boiling it. They just boil it and they eat it boiled. That's the only way I've seen Jamaicans eat pumpkin. I love a pumpkin pie. That's made with cinnamon, brown sugar, um, nutmeg, pumpkin spices, um, and then a crust, a pie crust, and then you whip the pumpkin with some um, whipping cream or with like evaporated milk, sweetened milk, slightly sweetened milk, and it is the best dessert pie. It's so tasty, and then you bake it. So after you whip it all up, maybe add, an egg or two, and then, or just the egg white, and then whip it up, pour the pumpkin, that tasty pumpkin filling into the pie crust and bake it until, it rises and bakes up nice and light, almost like a pumpkin mousse pie or pumpkin souffle, something like that. So you got to get creative when you come here to eat. And if you get to a Jamaican restaurant where they're not doing creative things with all of the wonderful foods that they have, go somewhere else. I mean, They have some of the best mangoes, some of the juiciest mangoes, the tastiest mangoes you ever want to have, better than California peaches. But they don't know what to do with the mangoes. So, like me, I get a mango and I make a warm mango compote and I pour that over some vanilla ice cream. Oh my God, talking about heaven. Or put a little Appleton rum in your mango compote. So you take the mango off out of the skin and put it in a little bit of a skillet with a little bit of rum and let it warm up. Put a little bit of sugar, little brown sugar, let it warm up and pour that into a bowl of ice cream with a piece of festival, which is fried bread, and you got a mango dumpling kind of cobbler. Delicious with vanilla ice cream. Oh man, I love the fresh fruits and I love the access to food here. But I will say, I don't see very many Jamaicans using the fresh ingredients to be creative with their food. So I've been cooking a lot, experimenting on the menu that I'm going to have at my villa. So when I get it done and built up and everything, and I invite my friends to come on out and here to Negril, Jamaica, enjoy some time on 7 Mile Beach, go to Rick's Cafe and jump off the cliffs, and go and have a beach bonfire and listen to some live reggae with me at Roots Bamboo or one of the other local spots like Woodstock maybe. And then, go for a late night walk through the town and just stop in the bars and mingle with the people. Um, See how people are living, take a peek into the lives of Jamaicans at night. It's nothing more exciting and exhilarating than being in Jamaica at night. So thank you guys for joining me. Let me say hi to everybody really quickly. Joe, hi. Hi to everyone. I don't see very many of you here right now, but those of you who did join me, thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe to my channel. I will be sharing some more beach walks, some more rooftop conversations, and some more finding food in Jamaica, because that's what I do. That's what I do a lot of mostly. Beach walks, rooftop conversations with a view, listening to Jamaica. I do a lot of that. All of that is on my YouTube channel. You can find it there already. I've done a lot of chats while sitting on the rooftop, watching lightning and thunder shows from the roof, sitting in the rain, having conversations in the rain, talking a little bit about Jamaican politics, socialization, relationships. Excuse me. I've done a lot of those talks. So please go check out my content that I have on my channel right now. If there's something that you'd like for me to discuss, please include it. Please let me know. What else? Yes, I'll let you guys know how the build of the house is going. It's a process, a longer process for some, a shorter process for some. I'm not rushing my process to build because I'm learning and I'm being very careful about my budget. Everybody warns me about, being taken advantage of and how people use other people for their own gain and all of that. And so I'm doing my best. I'm doing my due diligence to make sure that I have, oh my God, I'm doing my best to make sure that I'm not being taken advantage of in the process of building. All right, so
Mari!
we'll keep you guys up to date.
Mari! Come
Right,
on,
in
come and
Jamaica.
go outside Taylor.
Right, in Jamaica.
Come on, go outside Taylor.
Jamaica, Jamaica. Jamaica, Jamaica. So I was saying, I will do my best to cover the content that you want me to cover. We're at 25 minutes now. I want to give you at least 30 minutes every time I come on with you. Um, but let me know what it is you want me to cover. What the travel costs, expenses are like to live here or whatever. The process of becoming a resident, let me know if you want that. If you'd like to know how women are maintaining their independence here, let me know. Let me know if you want to get more information about how women are maintaining their independence here in Jamaica, what's going on with women in the professional world. I'm going to be talking more about that because I think that's a really important subject here. Jamaica's changing so much. Jamaica's changing for the better, for the improvement of the people, the women, the children, the families, all improving here in Jamaica. But what is it really costing? What does it take? How are the changes affecting the people? So I'll be talking a lot about that. I'll be talking about the relationship between the United States and Jamaica, what's really going on. Like right now, they're cleaning up all of they're intercepting, and you guys have heard about the interceptions between President Trump and the, what do you call them? The drug runners on the water here in the Caribbean. So that has been making a huge difference here in Jamaica in terms of the amount of drugs that are being moved through the country. They're seizing and capturing and busting and arresting a lot of drug dealers and locking them up. And you know, there are places on the island, like in the Kingston Harbor, where they're holding more um, illegal folks or folks doing breaking the laws, breaking the Caribbean laws on the water by moving and transporting drugs. And so the United States and the Caribbean islands, or CARICOM, have decided and agreed to stop the activity on the waters. And it's been working. So they're really ramping up law enforcement here in Jamaica on the ground and on the sea, on land and on the sea. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's reducing crime significantly here in Jamaica, as well as um, individual crimes, person to person crimes, local parish crimes, things like that, petty theft. Um, a lot of petty theft still going on, and part of the way to solve that is by being diligent in your own community, being diligent at your own apartment complex or at your own home, making sure you have good lighting, good fencing, you have neighborhood watch groups and things like that. It's all of that is active here. Jamaica is a very safe place to live. Don't let the headlines or the rumors fool you. Jamaica is an extremely safe place to live. People do not, the residents and the citizens do not settle for petty theft, crimes, and all of that. They'll cut your fingers off. They'll cut your hands off if they have to. If it's affecting businesses or the safety of people, oh yeah, they take care of criminals here very well. And that's what I love about being here. I love that. So we're at the 30-minute mark, you guys. We're 30 minutes and 5 seconds into our live stream. So thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. I'm at 790 subscribers. I'm not too far from 1,000, but it seems to be a slow grind to get 1,000. Okay, if you can help me at all, just give me a thumbs up. It doesn't cost you anything. I cover a lot of content on Jamaica and the lifestyle here and retiring, but I also cover a lot in terms of politics between the United States and here in Jamaica. I also cover love relationships here in Jamaica, or generally speaking. I have two sons, they're 27 and 21, and my 21 especially, the 21-year-old especially, loves to hear my advice on relationships because he knows I'm a woman. I was once a young woman, and that's what he deals with, young women. He wants to know all about them and how to deal with them. And so I talk about those things, and I talk about a whole lot more. So make sure you join me. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you visit me again. I thank you so much for joining me. Look for me. I could go live at any moment. Like today, I'm going to the beach. You might catch me going live while I'm on the beach. So stand by, stay tuned, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell so when I do go live, you'll be the first to know. Thank you guys. I love you. It's Alicia. Bye. See you later. Have a great afternoon.